Hey there, it's Jimmy again. Today we're in suburban Denver, checking out what we have in the junkyard. And here we are in the import section, and what we found is a fantastic, well, maybe not fantastic, maybe it's the saddest W116 of them all. But it's a survivor. It's still here, or was here. It's got a few more weeks left until it's gonna unfortunately be crushed. But let's check this bad boy out, because this is an early model. This is a 1973, built in early 73, introduced in late 72 in Europe, or at the Frankfurt Auto Show in, I guess, September 72. 73 would have been the first model year, and this is a 450 SE. So what this is obviously Mercedes-Benz S-Klasse. Like I said, the code number is W116. That's their chassis number or development number. And that's kind of colloquially how they're known this generation. This one's in a lovely gold color, and it looks like it's been a Colorado car since new, or for at least for a very, very long time, judging by the license plates. But I mean, check this thing out. This one has the US front lights, which, you know, obviously had the sealed beams with the surround instead of the one piece that the rest of the world got, unfortunately. But we do have the double bumpers here, which I believe are the European versions. So that's kind of interesting. Or actually, it's a 73, right? So would that be before the US bumper spec came into effect? That could well be what we're seeing here. Got the traditional large Mercedes grille with where the star would have been. Unfortunately, we're missing the 3 points right there. Obviously, you've got the fog lights hanging down. A very, very weathered Colorado license plate, starting with KX, which denotes the county, if you want to look it up. The number is KX6354. So the KX gives you an idea of where exactly it lived. Here in Colorado, you actually keep the plates as an owner. They don't go with the car unless it gets junked. Then people just don't care. But if you sell a car, you take your plates with you and put them on the next car. What else do we have? This one, well, this is obviously fake, limited edition. Give me a break. That's from Pet Boys or something. It's got these awesome pulled door handles. Oh, there we go. That one's tight, but they still work. Nicely chromed. Chrome trim, obviously. Obviously a wraparound rear window with a defroster. You've got these wonderful ribbed taillights, which were to keep the lens area cleaner. So what ends up happening is dust accumulates on the ribs in between the lights, and supposedly this stuff, the facets that are facing out, don't get filthy. In reality, that doesn't exactly work. When there's road spray, it just goes onto there and still mucks it all up. Here we see the license plate again, KX6354. Looks like it was last registered in, I guess, 96, or maybe that's 1990, in July of that year. Oh, and it has a Colorado Springs frame on it, which is in the southern part of the state. So let's take a look at, well, let's start here because we're in the trunk. Like we said, this is a 450 SE. Here we've got a 3-point star without the surround for a little asymmetry, I guess. Traditional flat black on the inside of the trunk. A very large trunk for lots of golf clubs or whatever else you may want to take with you. There's an opening here, which is, oh boy, right now it's a lot of mouse crap, antivirus. And that's where the spare would have gone. Lower that softly. Lower this again, it kind of reeks in there. Yeah, this is labeled as a 72, but it was built in 73, so it's definitely a 73. This is the fuel filler, which is interesting how it comes down like that. And then here it obviously gives the tire pressures that are needed. This is popping up. The spring is a little overzealous. It should just stay down, but well, there you go. Got a little bit of rust here. Someone took the side trim on this one, and the windows falling in here. But let's take a look under the hood, and these are cool too. Check out these windshield wipers. They're like, it's like a just double sweep, but man, they're fully laid over here to the passenger side, aren't they? They're massive, so quite big, and very cool. And the trim is lovely here too. We've got kind of a double layer. You've got the trim going around the windshield, and then you have the trim here on the A-pillar going up and wrapping around, and has a little filler piece in the middle here, which is kind of interesting. You can pull the filler piece out, and then it's just a big chrome molding. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Huh, very interesting. That could not have been cheap to add. But this was the top of the line, right? S-Class. So cost did not matter. The way Mercedes-Benz generally did it back in the day is they would develop the car, get it ready for sale, figure out the money they put into it, divide by the number of units that they wanted to sell, add to profit, and that's your price. So pretty nice business if you can get it. Can't argue with that. This hood opens, it's kind of weird. You have to pull it up and then you put your fingers behind, but you have to do it on both sides. So excuse me for a second. There you go. So it's a double open pull. So there's latch 1 and there's latch 2. It's interesting that they're not linked together. But the sound deadening is gone. This color does appear to be original, kind of a goldish bronzy color. Very nice. And then here's the engine. This is well, this has been a 450 SE, so this will be the 4.5 liter engine that the United States got. Later on, we'd also get a diesel, and I believe we also got a 280, so that'll be a 2.8. Here's the data plate, if that helps anybody look anything up if you want to. And what else do we have here? Let's see. Here's the fuse box. Fuse tells you where everything, what fuses are what and where they go. And that would have been on the inside of the lid. So let's put that there so it doesn't get trashed. But yeah, overall, this is pretty complete, or very complete. Fan still spins, although it's hung up on something. Oh, there's a hose that's cut there, alternator, washer bottle is loose, distributor cap. There's the intake. Oh, check that out. There's the throttle body. And there's the number 116.032 1200344. So if that's a chassis number, I think that's a very early one. Yeah, neat. And then there's a radiator with the fan, obviously, or the condenser. So let's take a look at the inside, because the inside is kind of where these are at. You kind of got a little preview because the rear bench is laying on the ground here. This lovely kind of dark, what's this color? This isn't Palomino, is it? No, it's too dark for that. It's more of a kind of a russet brown, maybe a cinnamon. Someone will tell us what the actual color is. I'll see if I can get a picture of the VIN. Sometimes it has it on there. Yeah, you've had that big, nice seats. Everything's in great condition. Fold down armrest here. Tons of leg room. Oh, what do we have here? Seat back net with the owner's manual. Look at this. Holy crap. So 450 SE and 450 SEL. Oh, service owner's manual. So the L would have been the long wheelbase one. But this is just an SE. So let's see what it just, I guess, talks about everything. Instruments, driving. Wow, very cool. And this is, yeah, it's a USA version. Doesn't give a date as far as I can tell on here, but printed in Germany. Pretty wild that that's here. That's cool. I'm gonna hang on to that. Let's take a look at the front. Oh man, I mean, this is great. You've got a full surround here, fully trimmed out. You see no body color metal inside it at all. It's really nicely done. Solid metal there. Nice. Here's the manufactured by Daimler-Benz AG Stuttgart. It looks like 373. And what's the number? 116.032 120034447. So this is an early one, number 3447 off the production line. That's pretty wild. And is the paint color on there? No, I don't see it. Not sure what it would be, but somebody might know it. Anyway, let's take a look. You got this large padded Mercedes-Benz safety steering wheel there. No airbag, obviously, 73. Although ABS was apparently available in the 116, but not in the US, not this early. So I believe this is the first car to offer anti-lock brakes. Here's the brake release, lights, stock for wipers, pretty massive, and high beams. And oh, here's the cluster. So let's take a look. Okay, so this one did 246,146 miles on the odometer. And you had a full 5,800 RPM redline. So you had a full set of gauges here with the clock, fuel tank, temperature, water temp, and then oil pressure. Very nice. This is definitely a US spec. A lot of these you see were gray market imports, but this one looks like it was a US one from the get-go. You have this funky, kind of an ugly HVAC panel there, isn't it? It's kind of weird with the two knobs. I guess it worked, but it's not attractive. And then you have the gated shifter. A lot of mouse crap in here. Excuse that. Good thing you guys aren't breathing it. I'm just trying to breathe out instead of in. Oh, you've got the nice wood. Is that a zipper on it? Oops, stuff's dropping. What else do we have here? Vents, obviously. And then, you know, big seats, very comfortable, very plush, all day comfortable. And then actually had a sunroof, which was quite massive. I love the headliner material. And then sun visors, pretty good shape too. These are nice. Oh, very, very cool. But yeah, let's see what else. This would have had the hubcaps. So there we are on steel wheels. Same ones front and rear, a little rusty. And these are on Pirelli P77s. That's a tire that hasn't been made in a while. I think 205/70/14. That's a tiny tire for a car that's this large. But yeah, pretty wild. But yeah, that well, that was a 1973 Mercedes-Benz 450 SE. Like I always say, if you liked what you've been watching, please do hit subscribe and like, and don't forget to turn on notifications. All right, that way you'll get notified if you hit the little bell symbol, I think, if and when I do another video, so that you don't miss any of them. Anyway, thank you very much for coming along on this tour of, I guess it's a survivor. Well, it was a survivor. It's a bit of a, very much a beat W116, but I guess you can see its former glory if you look hard enough. Anyway, thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.